What's up, everybody? Breaking news: Spencer Dinwiddie agrees to a 3-year, $62 million deal. That is big time news, man. Big time news. How's everybody doing? Just want to come on here real fast before I get going to the Golden One Center, where the Lakers and the Kings will go at it tonight in a very less significant way because, again, it's the California Classic, aka Summer League. Not looking for wins or losses, looking for how guys. What's the word that I'm looking for? It's not even play. It's how cohesive are they, and do they understand? Can they process certain things? But hey, let's break this straight down, man. This is about Spencer Dinwiddie and the Wizards getting better today in a sign and trade deal, right? And the news broke by Woj, and that was that free agent Spencer Dinwiddie agreed to a 3-year, $62 million deal with the Washington Wizards. And it is a sign and trade. Brooklyn will be receiving a 2024 second round pick and a 2025 pick swap. That was per Shams and also Woj. And then Tim added the 2025 swap would be for the better of Golden State's second round pick, which Brooklyn controls, and Washington's second round pick, a league source tells ESPN. The overall trade was the Wizards sending Chandler Hutchinson and the 2022 second round pick to the Spurs as part of a multi-team deal in Spencer Dinwiddie's sign and trade. Sources tell ESPN, blah, blah, blah. So now, Christian Winfield also said that the Nets attempted to get Wizards to include Denny Advia, the number 9 overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, but was unable to do so. The Nets, meanwhile, reportedly weren't interested in receiving Kyle Kuzma, Pope, or Montrezl Harrell in the deal. Can you imagine if the Nets would have landed Denny Advia, who I'm super high on still? That would have been crazy. How's everybody doing, man? True King, Tunish, Isaac. Don't know if Queta's playing today so far. But again, let's break this deal down. What does this mean for the Washington Wizards? To me, they get a hell of a basketball player, especially if he's healthy. We haven't seen a healthy Spencer in a while. But when he is very, very good. He returned to the playoffs, if you guys recall. It was against the Sixers, I believe, when they had D'Lo still. And ever since, and he's always been up and down in terms of injuries. He hasn't really been able to stay healthy. Super intelligent guy off the court, on the court as well. He's able to process a lot of things on the court, on both ends of the floor. Extremely versatile. I love the fit next to Bradley Beal. And now, since they're going to keep Denny Advia, I like the versatility there. And then when you add a guy like Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Caldwell Pope, that's a good deal for them, man. And I think this team got better because they got rid of Russell Westbrook, who, again, put up a lot of stats in terms of a triple-double. But the versatility of this team got better, and that's what the Wizards wanted to do in terms of their attempts in trying to keep Bradley Beal. Although I don't think it'll be successful because they'll ultimately end up trading Bradley Beal and probably getting young assets and draft picks in return. But today, August 4th, I believe the Washington Wizards got better with this deal. Spencer Dinwiddie is no slouch. He's no scrub. He is a very good player. To me, when healthy, he's a borderline all-star type talent, borderline all-star type impact player. But it's just a matter of him staying healthy. Can he stay healthy is the real question, right? I think I want to go over all the moves that I didn't go over yesterday, right? And let's start off from the bottom, which is there's been a lot of stuff that has transpired. Kemba Walker going to the Knicks. Let me know what you guys think about the Spencer Dinwiddie deal as well. John Collins signing a 5-year, $125, which is $25 million per season. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's a big deal for him. Good for him. And then the Oklahoma City Thunder trading Kemba Walker to the Knicks. Or was it four-time All-Star Kemba Walker has agreed to? It was actually a contract buyout with Oklahoma. Uh, Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm like, damn, the Thunder are always trying to get picks for out all this. It says that Presti and Walker's agents at Excel Sports, Jeff Schwartz and Phillips worked through the buyout. 2 years, $74 million left. Walker gets a dream homecoming to Madison Square Garden to further solidify New York's backcourt. OKC traded for Walker with the 16th pick. Yep. Yeah, good for him. Good for Kemba Walker, huh? That was one of the deals as well. There's still free agents out there like Kelly Oubre that still hasn't signed a sign and trade deal. So Whiteside signed with the Jazz. Don't know how that helps them at all, to be honest with you. The reason why they lost in the playoffs was because they had a huge big man who can't defend the perimeter. Hassan Whiteside, with all due respect, doesn't get that done either. Marquise Morris signed with the Heat. That's a big deal for them. He's a good player. Real good player. Kendrick Nunn going to the Lakers on a 2-year deal. That was crazy because Coach Ralph Dor was at my house yesterday. And we had great conversations. Right in front of me, we got the whiteboard. We're breaking plays down. Just great guy, man. And he was telling me how bad the Knicks wanted him, but he ended up going to the Lakers, which is really surprising to me. It was surprising to both of us. Good for the Lakers. I think the Lakers, they're going over the luxury tax, most expensive luxury tax in Laker history. They're trying to win a title because they found a way to re-sign THT to a 3-year deal, $32 million deal. That's big time for the Lakers. So they added some youth. They also got Malik Monk yesterday, which was insane. They added a lot of versatility, some youth, some shooting. I like what they did. I didn't think they were capable of doing it, but they did. So props to the Lakers for sure. And then DeMar DeRozan going to the Bulls. That was crazy. That was insane. It was a sign and trade deal. It was a 3-year, $85 million deal. And that included Thaddeus Young, Aminu, a 2025 first-round pick. Wow. That was crazy, right? Tony Snell agreed to a 1-year deal with the Portland Trailblazers. I don't know what that means. So Damian Lillard, he's probably not happy about this. Doesn't move the needle for me. Carmelo Anthony ended up going to the Lakers as well on the vet minimum. That was obvious that was going to happen. Steph agreeing to the 4-year, $250 million contract extension. That made sense. Again, Malik Monk signing with the Lakers. First player in NBA history to have two $200 million deals. Wow. That's insane. Good for Steph. Steph, honestly, though, that's a great investment because Steph makes him a lot of money just on jersey sales alone. So, Steph, shout out to Steph. Let's see. Patty Mills agreed to a 2-year, $12 million deal with the Nets. An interesting move, for sure. Interesting move. Don't know if I love it because he's not the same player, but for what they're going to ask him to do, which is shoot the ball, makes a lot of sense. I think he fits there, but on other teams, I would have been shocked that they would go for 2 years, $12 million. Robin Lopez signed a 1-year deal with the Magic for $5 million. Don't understand that at all. They got too many bigs, and they should be trying to play in those guys, right? Taj Gibson. But again, Robin Lopez is a good player. He's a guy that coaches can depend on. He's a basketball player, and that's not a bad thing. I guess if you add him as a veteran guy just to bring some experience, some locker room presence, makes a lot of sense in that regard. But on the floor, don't see really how he's going to get, or if he gets playing time, that means he's going to cut all the young guys playing time as well, which may not be good for their overall development. Taj Gibson has agreed to 1 year, 2.7. God diggity, 2.7 million, huh? That's just called love and respect and loyalty. Cause come on, man, 2.7 million. That's more than the vet minimum. That's crazy talk. Andre Drummond was shocking to me. A 1-year deal with the Sixers. That was insane, no doubt. And then Rodney Hood agreed to a 1-year deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. That's a big signing for them. Raptors are planning to release Hood, and upon clearing waivers, Hood intends to sign a deal with the Bucks. That's a big deal because I think they're gonna lose what's his name, their shooter, right? I play with the Spurs. James Johnson, 1-year deal with the Nets. That's a good pickup if he's in shape. Very versatile defender. Rodney Hood again. Yep. Bruce Brown signing the qualifying offer to return on the $4.7 million deal. He's going to get paid next year because that guy is a hooper. That guy is a dude that can do it all in terms of being the ultimate role player. Does all the little things, all the dirty work. He gets the job done. That's a great move and a good move for him, and a good move for the Nets for sure. My boy Belly signed a 1-year deal with the Golden State Warriors. Buddha says $400 million, not counting the Under Armour deal. Sheesh, that's crazy. Facts. And then Rudy Gay has agreed to sign with the Jazz. That's a really good move for them. That's what they needed because he's going to play small ball 5 in those kind of, like if you can redo it all over again, not having Gobert out there and putting the guy like Rudy Gay out there instead, that's a lot better than putting out Gobert trying to guard guards, right? And a guy who can actually score in Rudy Gay. It's a real good move because Rudy Gobert, Brook Lopez, all these bigs are phenomenal in the regular season, but in the playoffs where teams have so much time just to game plan for you, they're going to expose you, and they're going to expose all these weaknesses out there. After playing 2 seasons overseas, Sam Deckers returns to the NBA on a deal with the Raptors. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. And then obviously we knew about Kyle Lowry and PJ Tucker going to the Heat. So let's go to the top. Again, Kemba plans on signing with the Knicks. Good job for John Collins getting paid. And then Mike D'Antoni will become a consultant for Willie Green in New Orleans. That's very interesting, by the way. I didn't see that coming. He stepped down with Brooklyn, which is super weird. Don't know what happened there. And then Golden State traded Eric Paschall to the Utah Jazz. Again, phenomenal move for the Utah Jazz. They need these stretch forwards who can play small ball 5 in the playoffs. This is another guy who is a guy that can do it. He's an option there, man. And he's going to play with his best friend, childhood friend, Donovan Mitchell. It's a win-win, man. It's a good move for them for a second-round pick. LaMarcus Aldridge is considering returning to the NBA. That's big news. I hope he's okay. Again, his heart condition is bigger than basketball. So if I'm him, I hope he's very sure of what he's about to do. If he does return, right? And again, just to go over the deal with the Brooklyn Nets. They sent Chandler Hutchinson, a 2022 second-round pick, to the Spurs. The Wizards did, and then they got Spencer Dinwiddie, which was a huge deal for them. I feel like they got better overall. Let me know what you guys think, though, man. That's what I think. Drop the comments below. Tyson Warren, my guy, he says, I want Josh Hart. Kind of going over the deal today. The Kings kept Terrence Davis, right, on a 2-year deal. I haven't seen the final number. I've been cleaning my tanks all day. I had 3 fish tanks, so it was just a mess with taking care of the dog. So a lot of work there, but I'm ready to go to the Golden One Center very, very soon after I shower. But overall, I like the move for the Kings signing Terrence. I personally would have kept DeLon instead. but I like Terrence. It's like they're right there. It's not like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's more so a preference because I like the versatility that DeLon brought to the team, and that would make or allow Davion Mitchell off the bench to play more off the ball rather than having him on the ball now because Terrence Davis is a legit shooting guard, small forward, right? Where he's looking to score. So that puts Davion Mitchell in a playmaking role off the bench, which isn't his strength. His strength, as you guys saw last night, he'll blow by you, get by you, score, get you buckets, play great defense. So I would have preferred to have the DeLon Wright Davion, but I'm okay with the Davion and Terrence Davis. At the end of the day, he has to work on his weaknesses, and that is making the high level read in terms of a passer. He's not there yet, and this is going to force him to essentially do that. And those are my thoughts about the move and signing a guy like Terrence Davis, who's extremely tough-minded, good defender, coming from a very good roster, championship caliber franchise in the Toronto Raptors. So we'll see what happens. He's young enough to fit the timeline, right? But it is what it is, man. DD, I love you. Appreciate you, big dog. I'd get Oubre over Josh Hart just because he's a little bit bigger. But Josh Hart is a dog. Like Josh Hart is tough as nails. I would like either guy if they can make it happen. But in terms of the whole Siakam thing, I love Siakam as well for the Kings. That'd be dope. We'll see what happens, man. We'll have probably more news later tonight as I go live again from the Golden One Center. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and have your notifications turned on. Follow us on all social media platforms at Basketball Zone Official on Instagram, at Cowboy Kingdom on Instagram, on Twitter. Follow me at BSLeo, and I'll keep you guys up to date, man. Thank you guys so much, and on behalf of the entire CK family, Basketball Zone family, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.